Hey everybody, this is Roger with Roger's Reviews, and today we climbed some pine trees, and we got pine sap all over me. So it's very hard to get pine sap off, almost impossible, and you kind of have to cheat a little bit. First thing I use is Awesome. You can get this at the dollar store, and as you can see, put this up here. This stuff is nasty. I mean, it's almost impossible to get off. What happens is the pine sap gets there and then the dirt gets in it. Usually, best thing to do, like when you're on the job site, maybe rub like sawdust or something in there, and then that'll get the stickiness off and help absorb some of the sap. So best thing I've learned to do is basically you have to have something that can cut the sap. Like some guys use gas or diesel or paint thinner, but I've noticed that this Awesome does a pretty good job. It's kind of painful, but the secret is getting something on it right away. And then also to use a Scotch-Brite pad, and the sooner you do it, the better, because sometimes it takes your skin off, but it looks like I got to it in time. It's starting to come off. And some of it you just can't get off. It just stains your skin, which is not that big a deal, because I mean, if you're a tree guy, most people realize you're not going to have perfect, your hands are always going to look dirty. So if that's the first layer, get the first layer off, and then you probably have to do it a couple more times. And this stuff will eat your skin up, so best thing to do is get it on, scrub it, and rinse it off. Because I think it's Awesome, because it has like citrus in it, and it will eat you up, and it'll dry your skin out, and it starts to burn, and you don't want to get it in your eyes. You don't want to breathe it in, because it will take your breath away, and it'll make you choke. So, and you always need a nail brush too. That helps. But you'll never get all of it off. There'll always be a residual stain on your hands. See, like right there, it's almost impossible to get off. And your cracks of your hands. It's doing pretty good, because I was able to not get as much on me this time, and I was able to wash my hands right away, and there wasn't as much sap. But sometimes, like if you get it in your clothes, you pretty much have to throw your clothes away. So, okay, this is the third wash. And you have to have a Scotch-Brite pad, it just doesn't work. And it will hurt a little bit, and it'll probably irritate your skin, but it'll get most of it off, so at least if you're going somewhere, you look presentable. And especially right back here, you always get stuff on the back of your forearms. And that's one of the hardest places to get it off, because you don't notice it, and that's usually the last place that you wash, and then it's real tender, believe it or not, so that's usually where it irritates your skin at. So it makes a big mess, so you want to have a couple towels around. And if you're really wanting to get super clean and there's stuff in here still, I take just like a bleach and I'll hit my hands just a little bit. What it does, it doesn't really take it off, it just bleaches the dirt, and it gets your nails, it looks like your hands are clean. And you get up underneath your nails, and it gets that last little bit of stuff off your hands. And like I said, a lot of it doesn't come off, it just bleaches it to where you can't see the stains. So if you get to the point where you can't get it off, and you just still want to get your hands looking like they're clean, put a little bleach on there, just make sure you rinse it off. And then that way your hands at least look like they're clean. They're still stained, but the bleach kind of takes the color pigment out of it. So that's it. So you need Awesome, and you're probably going to need somebody to clean up after you because it makes a mess. So it's just something with bleach in it, some Awesome, and a Scotch-Brite pad usually does the trick. And your hands won't be perfectly clean, but from a distance they'll look like it. And also like a little brush to get under your nails, and usually that does a pretty good job. They're still, I mean, they're not perfect, but like I said, they're presentable. Anyway, hopefully these tree guys, if anybody gets sap on you, this is a good way to at least get most of it off. This is Roger with Roger's Reviews. Thanks for watching, and I'll give you more tips in the future.